So today we are going to start the integrated prelims mains test series, which is going to be for 1 year, another 1 year. Mains test series will be continued. How the program will be there, these all things I will be discussing. I made a very good content for you people. That content will be very much helpful to you. So first of all, I will tell you, I believe that you people had written the prelims tests. You had written the prelims tests. So what will be the major problem? I will tell you, start with a story. The story starts like this. Once a hunter who will be also cutting the trees. So he will be cutting the trees and he will be going on cutting 1 year. The king came for testing it. When the king came for testing this particular person who is going for cutting the trees, one day he cut 18 trees. Then he thought, very great, you had cut 18 trees. The next day what happened? Again he cut 15 trees. The next day it is only 12 trees. Then the king started asking him, what happened to your potential? Your potential is reducing. In the first day you were been doing 18, next it was 15 and next it is 12. What is the problem with that? Then the cutter also, the person who is cutting the forest or the trees, he also got confused and he started questioning himself. What happened? What happened? I used to do 18, then I used to do 15, then I came down to 12. What might be the problem behind it? Then he went near a person who is having a wisdom and he asked the person who is having the wisdom, sir, in the first day I did 18, then next it became 15, then it became 12. So where the problem is? I am unable to understand. I am working hard, I am putting more energy than the first day, than the second day, but still the trees which are being removed is reducing. Then the person with the wisdom asked him whether you are sharpening your saw, whether you are sharpening your hand axes, whether you are sharpening your blades. Then he told, no sir, I am not sharpening my blades. When you are not sharpening your blades, obviously how you can cut with the same blade? So there is a requirement of sharpening of the blades. There is a requirement of skilling. There is a requirement of not only skilling, there is a requirement of reskilling. That means what we are doing for the same thing, we have to make a reskilling. When we do the reskilling, then obviously we can have a very good result. So in that particular context, this particular integrated prelims mains batch, a 1 year long-term test series is going to help you for skilling and for reskilling. How it helps in skilling and reskilling? It helps in skilling and reskilling by furnishing more content, by making you to prepare more harder and following a religious and a proper context. So there is a need for skilling as well as reskilling. For that particular thing, we are coming up with a program called as Integrated Prelims Mains Test Series. How this program is going to be, I will tell you. First, I will give a clear description on this. After this clear description, how the essay program will be there, how the ethics program will be inbuilt in this particular program. And this program will be helpful for the senior aspirants, those who have knowledge in polity, those who have knowledge in economy, those who have knowledge in history. Here we are not going to teach the classes. Here we are going to skill you. Here we are going to reskill you by conducting the daily tests and by giving the mentorship. So for that particular integrated prelims means long-term test series and mentorship. First thing, test series based integrated mentorship will be there. What we will do? We had made one particular design, a schedule. In that schedule, when the exam will be there, when the discussion class will be there, within how many days the paper will be evaluated, and after you write, we will be giving you one-to-one session. How to improve your answers, how to make your answers more better. If you have any doubts, exclusive mentor will be there. His name is Muhammad Azhar sir. So exclusive mentor will be available. Any point of time, you can reach the Muhammad Azhar sir. In that way, a person will be dedicated to your success. A person will be dedicated to solve all your doubts. Number one. Number two, this is a year-long test series mentorship program for 2025 batch. We are having two names. One is called as Magic of Mains, other is called as Magic of Prelims. In this integrated prelims mains, we have two names. One is called as Magic of Mains, Mom, and Magic of Prelims. What is this Magic of Mains? Magic of Mains, it will start from tomorrow, that is July 18th. It will start from tomorrow, that is July 18th. Every day, we will be giving you the information, and that information means a timetable. According to the timetable, you have to prepare. We will be giving you the questions and you will be writing the test and you will be you will be, if you're offline, you can talk with us directly, or if it is online, you will be submitting to the online mechanism. So, how the schedule will be there? We divided into 3 phases. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. What is Phase 1? I will explain you now. Features of the program also I will discuss. Before that, Phase 1. What is Phase 1? All main specific subjects like post-independence, world history, Indian society, governance, social justice and international relations, as well as disaster management, internal security, ethics and essay. These all are mains related content will be starting from July 18th, August, September 30th. 2 end of months you will be working only for the mains related content. Why? Because it will not help in your prelims. So now you have to focus on mains. This phase 1 is called as magic of mains. And there will be second phase, which is called as, in this, we will be providing you service test program, a quick revision of all the topics, special focus if you clear prelims. In 2025, we will be taking care about your mains again in your 2025. In that regional paper as well as English paper also, we will be taking care. PDFs, all the PYQs. PDFs of all the PYQs with respect to UPSC examination will be provided in this particular 2 and a half months. So that it will be helpful for you for your 2025 mains. 1 year before only you will be completing your preparation. In the same way, there will be a phase 2. This is very important. October, November, December. October, November, December. These 3 months, what is common syllabus for prelims? What is common syllabus for mains? What is common syllabus for prelims? What is common syllabus for mains? Both you will be studying. Like what? Like history, polity, geography, economy, environment and science and technology, which are common for prelims and mains. So that in the phase 1, you will be preparing for exclusive mains. Why? Because mains again you will read after prelims only, so that you will get satisfaction that exclusive main syllabus has been completed. Then October, November, December you will be preparing exclusive that content which is common to prelims and mains. How, sir? For 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we will be giving you the information, we will be giving the daily how to write, we will be giving you the daily schedule, we will be giving the daily target, and Saturday there will be the prelims test and Sunday there will be the mains test. So on the same syllabus, you will be writing the prelims test, on the same syllabus you will be writing the mains test. So what will happen? Your prelims preparation will be completed, your mains preparation will be completed. For what? For October month, for November month and for December month. That particular program is part of phase 2, where prelims will be there and mains will be there. The candidates will be solving both prelims and mains tests from the topics covered in NCERT and standard books. So topics covered in standard books, topic covers in NCERT, exam point of view, you will be having for 3 months. We will be giving you the daily targets, and for the same targets, you will be having the prelims test, you will be having the mains test. That is part of phase 2. And coming to the phase 3, which is called as Vijayebhava, for 2024, very successfully we did from January to prelims examination, how this program will be there. Monday, for example, if it is January 1st, if it is Monday, January 1st, we will give you micro schedule. For micro schedule, we will give you 10 MCQs. You will be preparing and evening you will be writing the test. Only prelims. Phase 3 will be only prelims. Why? Because clearing prelims is becoming very tough. If you clear prelims, you will get that confidence. So Vijayebhava program is part of this integrated prelims and mains test series and mentorship program. In that Vijayebhava, January 1st, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Daily 10 MCQs will be provided. And the most important, it can be any Vishnu IAS or any other big names. They can give you solutions, they can give you explanations, but they will not give explanation class. For a daily basis, on daily basis, for every 10 MCQs, we will be providing you the explanation class, how you have to address the questions. So on the Sunday, from Monday to Saturday, what prelims you had prepared for that particular prelims, you will be having the full length test. For that full length test also, obviously you will be getting the explanation PDF. With that, you will be getting the explanation class with the senior faculty. So where you did the mistake, with explanation you will be understanding, so that you will be not repeating in the second week. In the same way, it will be happening for second week, third week, fourth week. In that way, January, February, March, these 3 months we will be focusing on your prelims, and April month we will be focusing exclusively on full length tests till May 15th. May 15th we will be relieving you. In that program only, CSAT exclusive classes will be there. CSAT tests also will be there in this particular phase 3. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1 is called as exclusive mains, which is called as magic of mains. Phase 2 is called as magic of mains and magic of prelims. Phase 3 is called as Vijayebhava, which is also called as magic of prelims. In this way, we had a long-term vision for your prelims and mains. We are preparing for your prelims, we are preparing for your mains, and we are coming up with limited batch. We will not take more than 50 students in our offline. 100% we will not take more than 50 students. Why? Because it will become a Herculean task for us. Why? Because, why sir? Why? Because we want to produce students from our classroom batch. That is the reason we are planning this. So what are the features of this particular program, so that you will be understanding? The features of the program is complete coverage of both prelims and mains syllabus. Overall, you will be rating 150 plus prelims tests and 60 plus mains tests. 24/7 mentorship will be there. Exclusive mentor phone number will be provided, and the academy mentor will be available, so that your doubts will be solved any point of time. Evaluation of mains answers will be evaluated within 5 days, maximum 5 days. Service test, very strategically we are doing for the first time in India. Only Delhi, few academies will do, and we are also, more than that, we are coming up with the name called as VEP, Value Enhancement Program. Under this, a topic will be taken. What are all the topics should be there in your exams? We are doing it. 400 topics will be done. That also will be provided to you in this particular program free of cost. And strategy and current affairs sessions for each subject, which is beneficial for you people, mainly for self-learners or who are working professionals. Or qualifying papers for males also will be included if you clear prelims. After 2025, we will be taking care about your Telugu paper. If you are Telugu, or if you are English, then we will be taking care about English also. Means what? This is a complete integrated prelims cum mains program. But it will not help for beginners who have little bit knowledge, who know that this is polity, this is economy, this is science and technology, this is history. I am telling you. Why? Because it is not a classroom program, it is timetable program, it is schedule program. We will be making you to run, we will be conducting the test, we will be having the discussion classes, we will be discussing the test, we will be providing the mentorship. Hence, this particular program, we name it as IPM, Integrated Prelims and Mains Program, which is a mix of magic of mains and magic of prelims. Now, Bharat sir will be explaining you about how the ethics classes or ethics program will be there with this particular integrated prelims and mains program, how we will be conducting the test. Here again I am telling you, we will not provide you the ethics classes, we will be giving you the hints how to prepare, we will be helping you how to do the things, we will be giving you the mentorship. This will be the program. Yes.
Yeah, as sir had explained you, this program we had planned in 4 phases. The first 3 phases which sir had explained, and eventually, since following this program, there is 100% chance that you will be clearing prelims, because we had planned in a very scientific manner that no stone will be turned out, because each and every topic, each and every micro topic, whether asked in the prelims or whether asked in the mains, we will be covering it through the questions format. Similarly, the phase 4 is when you will be clearing prelims, you will be getting the free of access of our Magic of Mains 2025. That is the time between prelims and mains. And one major thing why we are suggesting this program is that next year the time gap between the prelims and mains is very less, because they are reducing the time. Next year, when is the mains exam?
August 22nd.
Yeah, August 22nd. Generally, it used to be in September mid. This year, exam is in September 20. Last year also, it is in September 16. Earlier, at September 15-16. It will be in the 3rd week of September generally. Now, since they are making it faster, now you are having very less time. From May 25th to August 22nd. Removing the things and all. Most of the people will be starting after prelims results. So prelims results will be taking 15 days time. So eventually you will be having only 2 months of time. So if you are starting your mains preparation or starting your basic answer writing from that time, it will be very problematic, right? So, and why we are stressing this? Because see, generally if you consider yourself as this point of axis and we correlate with your answer writing skills, generally the first 100 answers or basically initial 15 to 20 days will be the worst ever answers you will be writing in your exam. You can consider that as the worst phase of your answers. Because we won't be structuring the answers, there won't be any proper inter-body conclusion, we won't be breaking the question, we won't be considering of the dimensions and all. And when we will be writing that, we will be going to the mentors, we will be checking it, then we will be finding out the mistakes. Then improvement will be slowly starting. From that worst phase, why this is upper? Because initially we will feel that we are relatively good in answer writing. Then when you will be writing, we will be knowing that we are in a very worst phase. Once we will be doing the mistakes and correcting that mistakes, we can reach to below average. After 1 month, you can go to the average situation, then above average, and eventually you can reach to the good stage. But see, if you are starting this from after your prelims, May 25th, by the end of your up to August 22nd, you will be reaching somewhere here. So you will be at that stage, you will be staying only near average or above average. So that is a problem. So what I mean to say is that answer writing is a gradual process. It needs investment of some time within us. Okay. So that's why if you start slowly, 2 answers or 1 answer or a weekly test, it will be eventually helping. Initially, if you are writing very bad answers also, it is not at all a problem. Okay, but we need to write. Without writing these worst answers, we cannot go there. First, that worst answer should go out. Okay. So that is the basic motto of this prelims and mains program, because the way we had planned this scientifically is that each and every PYQ theme, each and every syllabus keyword will be covering in both prelims tests and also in mains tests. Okay. Now coming to this ethics part, see, ethics is basically different subject compared to the other papers, and one major problem here students will be facing is that time crunch. Okay. Now see, the time crunch here in the sense, in all the papers you will be having 10 markers and 15 markers, and you will be having the ready-made content for most of the things. But in ethics, even though you will be having the content, it will be very much difficult because there will be a lot of application part. You have to use your brain to a very maximum extent. And the paper, if you see 2022 paper is the difficult ever paper in ethics history. Relatively, 2023 paper is solvable in 3 hours. But in 2022 paper, ethics case studies are in such a way that you cannot solve that case study within 15 minutes. Now, why I am telling is that you are having 250 marks. 250 marks in your ethics paper. In this, 130 marks for theory part. 120 marks for case studies. In this 130 marks, how many questions will be asked? 13 into 10 marks. Here, 6 case studies. 6 into 20. Now, for sure, case studies will be taking lot amount of time. But you shouldn't take even 1 more minute. You have to give equal weightage to theory and case studies. 1 hour 30 minutes and 1 hour 30 minutes. This means for each case study, you need to allot only 15 minutes. Similarly, for each answer, you will be getting only 6.9 minutes. Okay. Writing a GS answer itself is difficult in 7 minutes. Now, ethics, which will be having some sort of philosophical things, theoretical things, it will be even more challenging. Okay. So, that's why you need to have ready-made notes for each and every syllabus topic. And there are some specific syllabus themes. In our test, we will be covering each and everything of that. Now, as I mentioned, many toppers who had already in service, when they had written next year mains, they used to score less marks in ethics. The basic thing they used to tell that they couldn't manage the time between theory part and case studies. So, whatever be the condition, you have to hard stop at 1 hour 30 minutes. After writing 1 hour 30 minutes for a single section, whether you will be starting with theory part or case study part, that is your personal thing. It will be better if you can start with case studies, because in the final 10 to 15 minutes, you will be getting lot of pressure. In case studies, you have to think, at least in GS, this theory part, you can scribble something. Okay. So, exactly at 1 hour 30 minutes, you have to do a hard stop. You have to shift to the other section. Then only you can complete the paper. Completing the paper itself is very challenging in this. Next. As I mentioned, you have to give equal weightage to both theory part and case studies. For that, you need to make ready-made frameworks in your key explanations of our answers. We will be giving those ready-made frameworks. Next, notes is very much essential for each and every syllabus keyword. For example, attitude, emotional intelligence. Each and every keyword is very essential, and you have to make 2-pager notes. 2-pager notes for every topic is sufficient, because here we will be having only 10 marker questions. The matter sufficient for writing 150 words of your answer should be your motto. Next, to enrich this answer, see, for example, in GS1 you can draw the geography maps. Similarly, in GS2 you can write judgments or some articles and all. But in GS4, most value addition is the sense that you have to quote your real life examples, your personal examples, or some examples from your history or from GS and all. For example, if a question comes on courage or value parenting, you can quote Shivaji Maharaj, Vijayebhava's upbringing of Shivaji Maharaj. Okay. Similarly, about integrity, you can quote about Lal Bahadur Shastri. Now, at that point of time in the final exam, you can't get this. Okay. You have to make your notes such a way that you will be including them in your notes itself. Then, say, when your notes is ready with value enrichment itself, when you will be applying those points in your answers, you will be keeping your brain. Next, in your second or third test on the same topic, eventually it will be automatically coming to your hand. And in final exam, there will be high level coordination between your hand and brain. For that high level coordination only, you have to write this test. Okay. Similarly, for even topic copies, you must analyze for every paper, and for ethics, it is quintessential. Because the way they are approaching and how the toppers are getting marks, you need to know. Because in GS, what happens, for example, take a case of GS3, food processing industry. The max to max he can ask is that present status of food processing industry, what are the present problems in that industry, what are the measures need to be taken, what are the measures government had taken, and way forward. This is fixed. But in case studies, it is not that thing. Okay. So you need to learn about those things. And also, in these 13 questions, 10 questions will be based on the direct syllabus keywords, and 3 questions will be code based. Code based questions. He will be giving the code. That's it. Nothing else. We have to explain that code, quoting some examples or some real life case studies and all. Okay. So my suggestion here is that for every topic, see, for integrity, in your life, now this is the time when you will be making the notes. You are making notes for integrity. From your childhood to up to now, think of any situation where you had shown your personal integrity or intellectual integrity. Similarly, take examples from your GS or else from the compilations of integrity. For example, Abdul Kalam had shown the greatest integrity skills, or else Vikram Sarabhai had shown the leadership skills. When the failure of this satellite launch vehicle, he had taken his responsibility. Similarly, these sort of things will be adding very much value to our answers. And in ethics, only with examples. Now, similar to essay, in essay, what we will be doing? We will be writing one dimension. For each para, we will be taking one idea, and in that idea, we will be substantiating that idea with one example. Similarly, essay ethics answer is nothing but minimized essay. Here, you will be having only one dimension, and for that substantiating of one idea in that answer, you have to quote one example. Okay. Similarly, there are different frameworks. Eventually, we will be telling it in the classes. There, the thing is that, for example, they are giving one topic, and you will be having lack of content for many answers. You will be explaining that definition, showing the idea behind it, explaining with that giving one example to substantiate that idea. Now, we will be countering that point, the idea, the other example, negative example of it. For example, there is emotional intelligence. You can show where emotional intelligence had helped. For example, see, MS Dhoni. Because of his emotional intelligence skill, he is called as Captain Cool. He made India win World Cups. Similarly, if you know about Zinedine Zidane, he's a famous footballer, but he had lost. He became angry over his team players. He had lost cool. He is the best penalty kick shooter ever, but he couldn't win, and eventually his country lost the World Cup. He got angry. That's all. If he could have maintained emotional intelligence, he could have won that. right? So in your answers, if you are showing this dichotomy, positive and negative things, this is one of the framework. Similarly, the same answer you can write in such a way that, for example, given in the emotional intelligence topic, utility of emotional intelligence in your personal life, next as a family basis, next in a societal basis, next as a whole country basis. You can show examples in this 4 spheres of life. These are the different frameworks. Okay. So in this way, you can attempt the ethics answers. Now, in ethics, there are 7 syllabus points, and 8th point is case studies. Now, I will be telling briefly about those things, what you will be covering in it. Ethics and human interface, essence, determinants and consequences of ethics in human actions. Under this heading, there are 3 subtopics: dimensions of ethics, ethics in private and public relationships. Now, mind it, case studies are nothing other than this theory part. Case studies are applications of this theory part. There are specific themes itself. Generally, a case study on corruption will be coming, private and personal ethics will be coming, conflict of interest between private and public, RTI case study will be coming, issues related to child labor, issues related to women harassment. They will be telling that you are a DSP or a district collector, you have to face this scenario, what would be your way forward. Similarly, you are a private employee, you are having some conflict of interest between your personal life and professional life, what you will be doing. For that, the content you will be learning in your theory part, you can make use of it. Okay. So that's why if you get strong in your theory part, you can get good marks in your case studies also. And one major thing is that there is chance that you can get marks in GS 1, 2, 3 even if you do not do high level of answer writing. But in ethics, you need lot amount of answer writing. You will be completing the syllabus in a very fast manner because the syllabus is very limited compared to other papers. But getting marks is difficult here because you need lot amount of answer writing here. This is not the same case with the other papers. Okay. That's why if you complete your notes faster, you can do with answer writing. Then only you can work on that. See, this is the breakdown of different syllabus and in weightage in exam. I had told about 7 sections, right? Ethics and human interface, human values, attitude, emotional intelligence, contributions of thinkers. And these are some different, you will be getting this PDF. Questions will be directly based from the keywords. For example, emotional intelligence, concepts and their utilities and applications in administration and governance. Most of the questions in the emotional, there will be 1 or 2 outliers for anything. Most of the questions in the emotional intelligence will be based on this. You need to know about emotional intelligence, the concepts behind it, and how it will be used in real life. Basically, he has directly mentioned about administration and governance. So, mostly he had asked regarding that only. What are the main components of emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the ability to make your emotions work for you instead of your against. When you will be knowing about the content, you can see, you can't directly write this answer right. Only if you have practice with this type of questions in your test series, then only we can answer them. And in our test series, the major focus is to cover most of your PYQ themes. If you analyze the PYQs, most of the questions will be repetitive. Okay. As I mentioned, 3 questions will be from type of quote questions. Those will be like this. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. An unexamined life is not worth living. These type of questions will be coming. In that, you can use your ethics theory part knowledge to apply in those questions. See, for example here, laws, rules, regulations and conscience as a source of ethical guidance. I will show you last year question, 2023 question. Is conscience a more reliable guide when compared to laws, rules and regulations in the context of ethical decision making? Directly the syllabus keyword. In syllabus keyword, what it is mentioned? Laws, rules, regulations and conscience as source of ethical guidance. Here he is asking whether conscience is a better guide or laws, rules and regulations are the better guide. Similarly, last year question is about rules and regulations. Right. So in this way, distinguish between laws and rules, discuss the role of ethics in formulating them. In your static part, you will be having that. So the major thing here is you need is that for every syllabus keyword, you need to have notes. I will show 1 or 2 more examples. See, this is ethical issues in international relations and funding, corporate governance. As part of corporate governance, you will be reading about corporate social responsibility. That is the direct question on this. And ethical issues in international relations based on international funding and all. Question is based on that, 2023 question. These are different case studies. In this way, questions will be mostly based on our PYQ themes only. 1 or 2 questions will be the outliers. Yeah. For example, in dimensions of ethics, you will be learning about different dimensions of ethics like meta-ethics, applied ethics and all. In ethics in public and private relations, what will be the dichotomy between the relations? if both of them will be combining, what happens? For example, you know about Chanda Kochar. She is former ICICI Bank chairman. Now she is in jail. She is accused. The thing here is that she had her husband is CEO of Videocon. She had given loan to her, even though the company statistics are not so good. So that's why what happened there? Personal and professional interest came together. That's why their problem happened. So what happens? What is the conflict when both combined? Whether both should be combined or not? Okay, you might have learned in movies about work-life balance and all. All corporate and this software engineers will be complaining about that there is no work-life balance among us. That is the case here. Similarly, role of family, society, and educational institutions in inculcating values. For example, educational institutions in inculcating values. See, in leaving your engineering classes, remember the times of our schools. We used to go sharply to our school, sharp lunch break, sports period, going for sports, any this board festivals, house meetings and all, different group activities. So unknowingly you will be getting leadership skills, teamwork skills, discipline.
Socializing skills.
Yes. So these are different values we will be getting inculcated with respect to educational institutions. Similarly, from the family, if it is a joint family, we will be knowing that living together will be solving lot of problems. We will be having lot of emotional support. Okay. If we are living in nuclear family, we will be learning about individuality. So these are the different type of things we will be learning from family and all. Similarly, from society, we will be learning about what is happening, the communalism and all from our society, and for having social stability, what we have to do. Next, emotional intelligence, attitude, social influence and persuasion. For example, social influence and persuasion. See, this Revanth Reddy government, Honorable CM Revanth Reddy government, for avoiding of drugs, what he had told? To make for all the movie stars, he told that if you want any discount in the movies,
Ticket price.
this ticket price hike in the movies, for the release of their movies, he told that you have to do video bites regarding the drug abuse and to say no more to drugs. Why he had chosen the movie actors? Because they are considered as role models by many. So that will be creating some sort of social influence and persuasion. When you know about that static part, you can use these examples in it. Similarly, this is about attitude part. And these are some values directly mentioned in our syllabus, and questions are also directly asked based on this. Like directly that define empathy, compassion, how they are used, why they are required for the civil servants. And as I had shown you, laws, rules and regulations, all these are governance related things. Quality of service delivery, all these are very minute keywords. Just 2-page notes on each and every topic will suffice. Contributions of moral thinkers and philosophers from India and the world. For example, from India, Honorable Gandhiji, Swami Vivekananda, those type of, from the world like Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, Immanuel Kant. These are different type of PYQ themes we had sorted with respect to case studies. We will be covering these PYQ themes in our tests basically. Any doubts with respect to ethics paper basically? Yeah. And you will be writing test, you will be getting someone. Now, Azhar sir will be taking class about essay.
So dear students, so how are you doing? Fine. Okay. So as sir introduced, I will be the chief mentor or the last resort, whatever it may be. So I will be available to you with regard to this program because I have had a major participation in this right from the discussion of the program, how it should go and how the schedule should be and what all are the target audience of the program. And see, whomever came to office to meet me regarding the this thing program, like they were coming and asking about the program. So few of the students I myself have interacted. So I myself have interacted with the students who have come to me for knowing about the program. So I gave them a promise. I can still give that if you religiously follow this particular program, okay, following matlab, see, you are doing with utmost dedication. Yeah, that you are writing all the tests, you are studying each and every topic, even though if you are not going to the depth, like if you have gone through that schedule that we have prepared, you can know we have not just given the syllabus like history or polity, we have given very specifically what exactly, for example, CAG. So you have to have a like an at least you should have, if it is talking about politics, you should know at least like what article is about. They are talking about the CAG. So on a comprehensive thing, like you should complete the syllabus. That is the first my major objective. I worked in the last institute. I didn't like to name the institute because that's something ethics I follow. But that is the best. Some people know here actually that we can talk after the class. So I worked with a very good institute in India, which is considered as the #1 institute in India even. Okay. So and the resources, the content of that particular material is religiously followed by a lot of students. So you can guess somewhat which institute is that. And during the tenure of my Delhi period, working at that period of time, I met with numerous aspirants. See, there are one major problem with all the aspirants. I will tell you exactly. YouTube is actually a benefit as well as a burden for the aspirants, because YouTube nowadays there are a lot of people. Their orientation is not to help the students. Basically, they want the viewers. Okay, so whenever you are going to see some YouTube video, this you should make clear. YouTube people they are not uploading some content to help you. There is a second intention, second objective might be helping the students, but initially they will try to bring some content through which they will attract the attention of the candidates and they will get the views. So this is the first intention. So many times this YouTube people, not the institutes, I will say, no institutes have such kind of strategy they are putting, but some people they have come to YouTube and told that in UPSC syllabus you don't want to study all the subjects. You can skip some subjects. You can skip geography. You can skip art and culture. You can skip ancient. You can skip medieval. Basically, who told them? No one has told them. No? UPSC never told you. You are going far away from UPSC. You are going far away from UPSC. That's why in this discussion itself, the first slide would be exactly how the notification is talking about the essay. So the students are going far away from UPSC. They are misled by a lot of YouTubers, and the YouTubers say that, and that is true only. As per the trend, it is true. As per the trend, it is true only. If you skip geography, all the questions, still you can clear. If you skip ancient history, modern art and culture, still you can clear. There is no doubt. But did UPSC tell you this? No. So what is the danger in it? If I am telling you, you skip this area, you skip this area, then what is going to happen? If UPSC is changing the pattern, UPSC is very known for changing the pattern and bringing some kind of shocks every year, surprise. So we can't see last year, like in 23, these 1 pair, 2 pair questions were like 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, all pair. These questions were there. So what everyone told that, okay, now UPSC is going to forget about the statement-wise question. Elimination techniques will be like eliminated. So these kind of talks were started from many of the corners. And what UPSC did in the last year, there were questions, but it was not the major part. They went back to the statement questions, and in many of the questions, the elimination, not the elimination, like understanding the psychology. If you understand the psychology of the examiner, it was very easy for you to eliminate the options. I will not tell it as elimination technique because that is some cheat codes normally people tell. So what happens is that they will not cover the entire syllabus. I am telling out the beginner. Now it is just July. You have one at least 10 months ahead, at least. So at this stage, if someone is misleading you, you study only this topic. What is going to happen? You will study only this topic. You study it 100%. You are going to the examination hall. You don't know how exactly UPSC is going to ask you next year. They will ask no questions from, for example, from polity they will ask anyway. For example, they will not ask any question from modern history. They will completely 1 or 2 questions they will ask. They will ask more questions from art and culture or ancient. This can happen. We can't give you the guarantee. So why to play with the life of the future of the students? This is the question which was wandering near me, bothered me many times when I was working in Delhi. Because Delhi, a lot of mentors are there. So you will be confused. Whose words should take, whose words we should not take. So as a mentor, now I am associated with this prestigious institute, but my personal perspective of this examination is that if UPSC is telling something, that is the only thing you should trust. Okay, so in Vishnu IAS, as holding the position of academic head and head of the content, my team, the content team, the head of the academic team, everyone, we are aligned to in such a situation that if UPSC is giving you some clear exact idea, then take it as a strategy. No topper. See, topper, we have a number of toppers. We have this toppers talk. They will tell their strategy. Well and good, very good strategies are there. But our first priority is what exactly UPSC is saying. Okay, because that strategy of mine has gave me that recognition in many of the institutes in Delhi also for guiding the students and taking them to the services. So I am confident about that. So what I was telling is that this entire program, I gave the students many guarantee that you can qualify the prelims if you dedicatedly follow this plan. That was my first guarantee. Okay, but planning means pakka. See, you can sometimes you will miss some test because of a physical issue, mental issue. Even mental issue also something that you have to prioritize. It's not something very. It's like if you are happy only, then my classroom students know. I always prioritize this thing. Happy. It's needed. It's needed very much. You should not very serious. All the classes I go, every person will be very serious. I don't know why. Because again, some YouTubers has told you that you have to sacrifice everything. You have to sacrifice marriage. You have to sacrifice party. And I tell that if you are living in Hyderabad, never waste any marriage. Go and have good food. Even no one is calling me for the marriage. That's the only problem. If someone is calling, definitely I will go. Every Saturday I will ask for the leave. See, what I am telling is that you have to socialize. This entire 1 year, you should not sacrifice everything. Your happy moments. No. You have to sacrifice your social media. You have to sacrifice, no doubt. It's an addiction. It will take you all of the time. Social media you can, but not the society, not the people, not your parents, not your siblings. Talk to them, call your sibling. It's not like, see, this is not the ultimate aim of the life. Nah. It is an examination to give you an option to do a lot of things for the people. And if you are isolated from the people, and 1.5 years, 2 years, you are completely away from the people, and how you can be a good administrator being inside? It is a civil service, na. So my idea is very different. Because you will have a lot of YouTube sessions. Whatever I am talking, I have the complete authority. I take the responsibility. So for my perception, meeting n number of toppers, n number of losers, n number of aspirants. One thing I am very sure, my strategy is simple. You can follow. You will not regret. I am telling you again. You have to sacrifice something. You have to compromise on something. That something is that if you are, for example, if you are into a very toxic kind of relationship, whether it is boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it may be, then you have to avoid it because that will affect your mental health. But if it is something, a good relationship, who can make you smile, who can make you laugh, have it, na. Every day you go and meet that friend. Okay, so this is very important because see, we are as a team. Now the offline students, this my students, we are a team. I want results from this batch. It is a two-way process. I will tell you very frankly. I am a mentor and my vision, see, what everyone will expect that I am becoming the chief mentor like in the country itself. Everyone can dream, na? But for that, what should happen? It's not my figure. It's not my PPT's beauty. It's not my words kind of impressing, motivating skills. It's not anything. It's the results. Why Vishnu IAS is able to, like Vishnu sir, you know, na, his story. He worked with many institutes. And then he started this institute. Now it's growing to the peak level. We are on the journey. Why? Because we had a long vision. For an institute, we want to create results. So that results, we were even the third rank also, Vishnu sir got its credit for that. So why? So as a long term, we want results. So from this batch, we want results. Then only next year, without any marketing, students will come to this batch. We know that fact. So we will put our best, very best. What you should do, you should also put your best. When you are putting your best, in between, you may lack some kind of motivation. You may, extreme cases, you will not be well, your father will not be well, your mom will not be well. That will happen, that has to happen. You have to take care of your family, everything. In that cases, if you are missing some exams, you can postpone it. It never meant you should skip it. You can postpone it. You can consult the mentor and tell that my father is ill and he is hospitalized, sir. So today exam I can't write. Even for 1 month also, still, if you are not preparing, fine. But inform the mentor and the test can be rescheduled. But never skip it. The whole idea of this doing all the test is that, na, at least from one topic, not the bullet point I am saying. If you take the syllabus, at least, for example, if it is Ashoka, so we will try to give the most important 2 topics through MCQs. So that way you will cover the comprehensive. Even though some were telling, sir, this in 2 days, how can we cover all this? all this complete history part because this is too much. See, that is because you are reading pace level and your comprehending level will be different. What you can do, you study whatever I told you. There should not be no word without a familiarity. In that way, you should at least do a Google search and understand what is the concept about, and then come and attend the test. Because this test itself, our team is actually looking for the important things. Then you are getting the important things as the exam. So sectional test you will be having 50 questions and full test you will be having 100 questions. So in a week at least, if a question is having, if a subject is having the 4 sectional test, it means 200. Then full length things, so 300. So 300 important questions you are getting. So even if you are not completed reading, come and attend the test, read the synopsis. And in the Vijayebhava phase, last phase, you are going to do only prelims test. So there also you will be covering lot of content. So content part, you should not skip the exams because you have not read the books or anything. Just have a read, try to cover it, and you have to push yourself. Okay, now you have to push yourself. That is the one most important thing. You should not find any kind of excuses. Okay, excuses means genuine excuses can be entertained. See, in Delhi, there is nothing like many students say, sir, I have decided to go to Delhi. I tell my students, you can go to Delhi once in 3 months. Go to Delhi, just wander in the Karol Bagh area, come back, soon come back. Otherwise, your health will be worsened. Your mental health will be worsened because everywhere it is serious people only. I don't want that culture here, especially at Vishnu IAS. I want people to be happy. The problem is that if you're going to Delhi, you will know how seriously they're preparing. That is the thing. Whether it is in the right direction or not, that is the second question. But they are investing even 12 to 13 hours. Okay, so that competition level you should understand. You should understand that Hyderabad is not the end of the world. There are some market, like in Trivandrum also there is a market from where good results are coming. Delhi is also another market where people are investing 12 hours. So you know that 12 hours they are investing. So it's not about the time. You should understand that, okay, that much work I should put. Okay, that 12 hours even you can study that same content in 8 hours. So unnecessary excuses you should avoid. And okay, so this is the first thing from my side. And today's discussion is basically regarding the essay writing. I will give you an exact idea how to write essay. Please follow these guidelines. And see, you will be having tomorrow the first test. So we have integrated this phase of ethics and essay. Why? Because see, ethics, now sir has told about a lot of thinkers, lot of case studies. All these things you can use in essay also. Okay, use in essay also. And when we are taking the trend of the essays, see, now they are becoming more philosophical. Earlier it was happened as a part A, part B. There will be essays. Now part A, part B. You have to choose 2 essays. So one part will be a kind of GS kind of thing, related to economy, polity. But now and other part will be like of a philosophical kind. But now what is happening? Both the topics from A, B, you have to choose one from this and A and B. Now every topic is appearing to be a philosophical kind of. It's little bit you have to, in order to understand the meaning of the topic itself, you have to think and sit for some time. Okay, I will tell you exactly how you should work for that. So let's start. See, the first thing, okay, you have to take note of it. See, I take the complete responsibility. No, don't go for any YouTube sessions hereafter. Okay, I take the complete responsibility. Only follow the strategies. Write your essay, feedbacks will be given. If you are going to any other YouTube video, different people will have different perspective. I am not telling that their strategies are wrong. Never I will tell. Without reading newspaper, many have qualified UPSC. It doesn't mean that reading newspaper is something bad for with regard to UPSC or it is wasting your time. Because UPSC has never told you how to qualify this exam. UPSC has only told in their notification this kind of pieces. They never told you which book to read. Who told you Lakshmikant is the Bible of polity? Who told? No one told. No one told. But why questions are coming from Lakshmikant? Now questions are not coming from Lakshmikant. Exactly, it is not coming. See, anyway, it has covered comprehensively. So the question will come from governor. Question will come from president. That is fine. But earlier, exactly, the questions were coming. So we had a trend. Polity is the Bible. Next year, UPSC will go to some other book, DD Basu. Then again, aspirant will buy DD Basu. Then another YouTube will start at the name of DD Basu. DD Basu, Crux, DD Basu, summary, all this comes. The aspirants will be misguided. So what is the best strategy? UPSC has never gave you a book. The only thing we can trust upon is the NCERT. Do the NCERT to the core. One reference book. Okay, with that you can refer some toppers talk, because for economics, see, Ramesh Singh is the book that you have heard a lot, but there are some other books also that is not much heard. So from toppers, for example, if they are very weak at economics, they will give you some kind of book which is easily written so that you can refer. But one book, one strategy, minimize everything. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. I'll tell you So now trust me, that's the strategy I'm going to tell. Stick to it. Write essay, and if you are not getting good marks in essay in the mains next year, I will take the guarantee. This is my word. Everything is recorded. The problem is that now you will not trust everyone. The trust issue is the big problem. You will not trust us. After a few classes, you will tell no. The quality of the questions are poor. The classes are poor. He is not doing this thing. He's not. Never go for that. You come and talk. Then we will sort it out. But the problem is that then you will go to some other institute. You have paid fees here, but some friend will tell, "Arey, fees is not important. Our time is important. Anyway, 40,000 or whatever you have paid, it is gone. Let it go, bro. Tell your parent to give another 50. This institute is giving super test." This is a trap. I am telling this happens with many aspirants. Then you will go for CSAT class this institute, prelims test series this institute, and you will be having 5 or 6 ID cards. From morning to evening, from morning here. If you look your Google Map wala thing, it will be like so. And at the end of the day, you will be completely drained. So here you have joined this program. We are taking care of the complete thing. So you come here, be relaxed. If you are offline students, come here, be relaxed. Vishnu IAS is your place. Okay, every day you come here, go from here, study here, reading room is everything you do here. Okay. The otherwise, if you are depending for optional, if you are not choosing anthropology or PSIR, then you may go to some other institute. That's another case. But you should not lose the trust. We have to communicate. Whatever the problem we have, we will communicate it, but never lose the trust. Because I need that trust. I have put my 100% into this program. I will put also, we want to have results. I'm again repeating, we want results. That is our motive of profit. Our profit is the results. Because beyond a period, with the capital, no institutes can grow. I'm telling you the exact truth. So even if we have 1,000 crores of capital, 2 years we can. After 2 years, no one will come. So we want results. So you should be the people, the brand ambassadors of this particular program next year. And I want you to come here and tell that when the toppers talk happens, that Azhar sir one day came. Okay, so that I will also get some mileage. I can put in my LinkedIn. This is the world, na? Everyone wants to grow. So for me as a mentor, I want to grow with you people. So together we will grow. You will crack the exam. I will mentor more students next year. Okay? So everything done. So please have the trust with us. We are also trusting you. Okay? Please trust Vishnu IAS, because Vishnu sir is such a man that actually, see, this plan actually, sir gave me. Azhar, you dedicate to this plan for 4 to 5 days. So that is if we are doing it everything, okay, this thing we can copy from somewhere and put it. That is not the case. We want to understand what is the pace of Hyderabad students, Vishnu IAS students, what we can how we can comprehensively cover. Okay, so everything is taken care. So, see, this is exactly. Now, the idea is to make you happy. You should be happy. Because if you are not happy, then you are not going to learn. The outcome will be very serious. Okay. So see, in the notification, UPSC notification, you will be very clear about it. See, UPSC notification, it comes in every year like February, second week of February for the examination. This is UPSC notification is not just giving you regarding what is the last date, which day it will start. It is nothing. UPSC notification is the only document that UPSC is bringing up, telling you exactly what is this examination is all about. Okay. So UPSC notification itself is a guide. It should be your guide. So my guide is UPSC notification. My team's guide is UPSC notification. Why? Because UPSC notification for prelims they have not told much, but for mains, especially essay, interview, they have categorically told exactly what they are going to look from you. So ethics and everything that for GS answer writing things we will discuss later when the subject start. So here with regard to essay in the notification, see what they have told exactly. You should see the keywords they have used. Candidates may be required to write essays on multiple topics. That is 2 topics they have to write between. What is the word limit? 1000 to 1200 words. Okay. So 1000 words means you will be like, if you are, see, we believe that on an average, one page will be containing between 90 to 100 words. So that is how we are, because in UPSC they will give for 150 words, 2 sides they will give. So in one side, normally 90 to 100 is the range. If you are writing not that much big, then 90 to 100. So it means that between around 11 side, we will have to write the content. That is between 1000 to 200 words each essay. Okay. So we have to write 2 essays. Now, see the expectation of UPSC. Words are very important. They have given you the expectation. UPSC gave you the expectation. It is not Vishnu sir, it is not Azhar sir, this is not anyone. This is UPSC's expectation. They are telling you, they expect what they are expecting. Keep closely to the subject of the essay. The first and most important thing, if a subject is given, your duty is not to go beyond the subject. You should be there in the subject. Every paragraph, there should be something related to, because see, this is a 10-page thing, na? You should not forget what, because there are some essays which I have evaluated. By reaching 3rd or 4th page, even the evaluator he may forget what was the exact topic of this particular essay. He must have gone far away from the topic. Okay, so this is the first point. Keep closely through the subject of essay. Arrange their ideas in orderly fashion. Again, the next keyword. So whenever you are writing the essay, make sure that these criteria are met. Orderly fashion. It includes everything. Your handwriting, your presentation, your intro, your conclusion, your structure, everything is included. So there should be an orderly fashion. Right? See, it is not just essay only. See, in the parliament, you may like some parliamentarian speech well. Why? Because there is a flow. It's not like they will tell something from here and there. They will start from okay, then like how Rahul Gandhi did his last speech. I'm not talking about the merit of the speech, but how he did it. He never had a lack of connectivity. I know. He started covering each thing. Okay. So in the same way, the essay, it should be in orderly fashion and to write concisely. The third keyword, concisely. What is concisely? You will see exactly what is the meaning of concisely. Credit will be given for effective and exact expression. They have told you, mark will be, credit means mark. That will be given if your essay is in an effective and exact expression way. So how many keywords are here? The first keyword is expected, keep closely to the subject. The second one, orderly fashion. And the third one, concisely and effective, exact expression. Take this keyword, note it in your study table or wherever. For essay, if your essay is not meeting these things, then it is not a good essay. This UPSC taught, not any topper. This UPSC taught, so that you can trust. So your essay should be concise. Your essay should have that close connectiveness to the subject. Okay, and your essay should be very concise, exact expression, effectiveness. These are the keywords that UPSC has given you. So first and most important lesson, your essay should have these qualities that is being expected by UPSC. If UPSC is expecting, you have to give it. Okay, the first thing. And see, from this what we can derive. There are few points. See, general studies, it is, see, he has shown me one answer today. This is the best example I am telling you. For the general studies, it's not something you have to elaborate it and you have to like exaggerate it. Exaggerate matlab, you have to see, because for example, if you are asking me how is Vishnu sir, I can tell in 2 ways. He's one of the non-faculty for Anthro in the entire country, having 25 plus years of experience. Other way also I can tell. He is a man who is devoting his life to the aspirants' life of the Indian community. He has shown his sunshines to the students community, and that sunshine has turned into the results. These are 2 ways of explaining Vishnu sir. Example I am telling, okay. The problem is that the second thing is apt for essay. The first thing is for GS. In GS, you should not go for like beautifying the answer. Beautifying means with diagrams you can do, but over explanation, it will not work. But in here, in the essay, see, essay is a 10-page thing. So 10-page thing means that it's your duty to make sure that the examiner is not bored. If you are only writing the facts without any connectivity, then it will be bored. So this is the first thing with regard to GS and essay. The second thing, see, you have to focus on content, language, coherence, and organization. All of these things should be there. What? Language. Language doesn't mean that the language of the Hindu. Okay? And the coherence, what we will see, what is coherence and what is how you organize it. This should be a flow. These are the quality. And ideas should be properly arranged. UPSC already told. How to arrange it, everything we will tell. And avoid fundamental spelling and grammatical errors. It is very important. Okay. And pay attention to the structure and flow of your write-up. Ensure clarity and coherence in your argument. Use proper language and avoid jargon. As this I will explain more in the next slide. See, your essay is being evaluated not by your school teacher or your college teacher. It's very good because we all have come up from the graduation. And you are going to write most of the competitive exam you have written may be objective. The objective, the examiner, I'm going to explain that only. Okay, now let's see what is this concise means. Okay, we have discussed this means. Na? Concise means, see, there is no unnecessary words and sentences. In universities, when you're writing the exam, it used to happen. You will try to fill the paper and see, many of the students must have did the same and they have got qualifying marks also, they have passed it. See, the university, the schools, their intention is not something very cruel. No one has told them you have to fail this much number of students. Okay, there should be only 10% should be passed. This is not the thing. In extreme cases, they will be having, for example, some board exams, 12th or 10th exam, they will tell, okay, there is some, you have to make the evaluation strict. There also, if you have written for 20 marks, the evaluator will try to make it 40 because what they will think? They will think, okay, my son, I am also having a son of 20 years. So if he is failing, then I know how sad I will be. So these emotions will work place. But for UPSC will give them the right direction. So the examiner will just read it once. But in university examination, if you are not written in a good handwriting and if it is very technically jargon, the examiner may, what is this? He may go to take a dictionary and there is a chance. UPSC, that will not happen. It's your duty to make him understand in the first writing itself. Okay. So there should be no technical jargon. Sometimes you are from MTech, for example, and if you have done MSc in economics or a PhD in economics, what you will do? In order to show your subject proficiency, you will try to bring many technical jargons, many economic technical words. That should not happen. Even if you are writing, you have to explain it. Okay? So that is because see, that flow will be breakdown when the technical things are coming. When don't expect that the evaluator is going to see the essay paper. He might be, we don't know, he might be some college professor or Kendriya Vidyalaya teachers, we don't know. But, okay, it is believed that he will be some college professor. So, never try to make his life very hectic, looking at your paper. That will adversely impact you. And also, the other part, UPSC never wants any person to write such a kind of technical jargon wala report because you are going to be the administrator. You have to talk to the people. You have to write everything so that the communication is good. So in the administration, the language, if you see, there will be no technical things. When you are writing a police complaint or the police itself, they are writing the FIR, it will be the simplest language. It will be very simple because I had the fortune, because one of my friend, he was not my student per se, but he was my friend, he is into IPS. So many times I used to stay with him. So how the FIR is written, it is very, very detailed, very simple language. Then we will think, for this only he studied this kind of technical things. That sessions will be there, CRPC, IPC, this thing. But a simple language, it has to be very important. For UPSC, for two reasons, the simple language should be there. And the technical things, if there is some technical things, constitutionality, then you have to explain it a little bit. No words should be left with a feeling of not understanding for the evaluator. Okay, this is the second thing. And repetition. One point at one place. Never repeat that point. It normally happens for our university exam. Intro also will write the same point. Conclusion also. In university, we never wrote intro and conclusion. Did anyone write? No. We know something in the lines, between the lines of the question. That is our savior. Then we will write whatever we know with that. But in here, it is a different case. Okay. So you should be able to convey the meaning of your argument in a few words. Okay, this is very important for the administrator. See, think from that perspective. When you are going for a meeting, there will be a lot of problems. Political parties will say this, no, this paper. And you can't do a 2-hour speech. You can't do a 2-hour speech telling article, article 21 as per article 15 and 16. Article 15, he can also do the protest. He can also do this thing. Then why are you doing? This will not work. This will not work. You have to take minimum 5 minutes. In few words, you have to tell what is the conclusion I am going to take. This is all about administration. Realize it. This is all about administration. You are going to be in administration only. So those qualities they are checking actually. So your essay, one point if you have mentioned, finish it there. Never bring that point, because the evaluator then he will understand. If you are watching a film, you imagine if the same scene is coming, then what you will tell? It's boring. Second half is boring, right? Second half is boring. First half was okay. Why it was boring? Because first half the every energy of the actor, the director, the writer, everything was exhausted. The second half they were actually trying to put it to 2.5 hours. So that lag you felt, na? Same way here only. That should not be felt. Okay? So this is the something related to concise. We told na, to write it concisely. Okay? Are you understanding? Are you getting? Okay. Now the most important thing I have already told you, understand the evaluator's mindset. In prelims examination also, this is important, but from the question setter's perspective. In prelims, it is you should understand the question setter's perspective. Like I told you in the class already, when they are preparing the questions, the question paper when they are setting, actually we have to understand how an MCQ setter will frame the wrong options. What all techniques he will choose to make these wrong options. But in mains, the question is not that much playing a role. It is your answer. Your answer is being evaluated by someone, and that professor or that particular teacher should be happy. He should be happy. If you are making his life, those 10 minutes or 5 minutes ka life difficult, you are going to get worst mark. And remember, your language should be simple, not technical, especially in GS. Because the term itself says General Studies. In optional, you have to use technical terms. That is the other part. Because optional, if you are writing like GS, then it means that you don't know nothing about the subject specific. Okay? In the notification, same notification, it is said actually. The General Studies, UPSC, what they are expecting? They are expecting that you are an informed citizen. If you are an informed citizen, you don't want to have a specialized study. That is what UPSC is telling. Okay? So, an informed citizen will not have specialized study. It means that you don't want to bring so much of technical terms into essay or this kind of GS paper. Subject specific things, like if you are writing the article, that is not the thing I am telling. Like you are bringing some very difficult words and putting it in the paper thinking that the examiner will be impressed. No, that will be, you can impress your college teacher because he will feel, oh, my student, he has grown a lot. He is writing these words like Shashi Tharoor. Then he will be happy, but not for UPSC examiner. Did you get the point? For UPSC examiner, UPSC has given correct directions. That we don't know, but we don't know one thing that UPSC what they have told in the notification. Okay? So make the examiner happy. To make the examiner happy, if you are writing it very neat, okay, see that itself, even you go for evaluating. Even I myself, with many institutes, when I was evaluating, at some papers, when it is coming, actually, you will actually feel that how I can give 2 marks to him. This is the human. Human, sir, it's not the robot. As of now, it is not the robot in my knowledge. From UPSC evaluation is done by teachers only. So there is that human tendency. You should not make his life difficult. So whenever you are writing any answer, think from his perspective. Whether this will be okay for him. And okay, so this is the second most important takeaway. And see, and I will tell you, I think it is already included in it. Okay, the paragraph. Many students, even in GS also, many students are asking, sir, how to understand which is the good length of a paragraph. See, if you are reading a paragraph and you can test this, and in between, if you are becoming suffocated to breathe, then it means that that paragraph is not good. It means that a paragraph should end without feeling any suffocation for breathing. So if you are reading a sentence loudly, then their paragraph it is ending before your breath capacity is being exhausted, then it is a good sentence. So your sentence should not be like he is taking, then he is reading. You got the idea? It should be between 8 to 10 words. For this, you have to have the practice. Because see, if you are reading Hindu, you will get the language. Okay, the same language, if you are using it here, it will be problematic. But because in Hindu, see, they will be using even 5 to 6 lines for a sentence. Students actually don't know for what they are reading Hindu. The problem is that they read Hindu for what they are reading, they don't know. Exactly, I'm telling. Okay, so the Hindu reading is not for your vocabulary. You will get a lot of vocabulary, but those vocabulary is not something that you write it in your, you can note down such kind of vocabulary, you may use it at some places, few places, but Hindu will actually help you to recall the existing vocabulary. That is how newspaper reading will help you. You have learned those vocabularies way back. Okay, I'm talking about UPSC only. In any other examination like High Court Assistant or some SSC examination, there is a separate subject, vocabulary. There you have to know exactly. But UPSC, it is not the case. You should have that, see, then only your language structure will be okay. But when you write only, the mentor can tell you, no, this sentence should not go this much length. Okay? See, now, from where to study for essay. This is the first thing, how to, from where to study the essay content. First thing is the GS only. GS content, whatever you are learning, that will help you. And read non-fictions. Try reading non-fictions. And if you are integrating these two knowledge, that will immensely help you. Okay? And the second point is specific magazines. Magazines like EPW, Yojana, Economic Survey. Not for GS. GS also you can use it, but not a big resource. GS, it is just, see, in 150 words, how much you can write. In 250 words, there is a limit. So, but here it is 1000 to 1200 words. So, specific magazine you can read. Whenever you are getting some point, take a note of it. The third thing, the best thing, anecdotes and quotes. You have to use various anecdotes and quotes that you can get from many books. This non-fiction book or some autobiography of the people. From all these sources, you can take this. Okay? So, these are the sources. GS preparation, non-fiction, specific magazines, anecdotes and quotes. This is the content. This is from where you have to actually take the essay things to study. Okay? Because the subjects, whatever the subjects you will prepare, that will not exactly come. But on a broader theme, you can prepare. On a broader theme, you can prepare. If you can understand that once you are going to the PYQs. Okay? And see, how to improve your language and impression. Your language, the first thing, simple and clear language. The language should be simple and clear. I already told you. That is, if you are actually writing constitutionalism, imagine that we are explaining into a 5th standard student. Then you have to explain it. What is exactly? For example, Sanskritization. You have to explain it. Okay, no technical terms should be left out. Okay? And keep your sentences as powerful sentence. A sentence will be powerful when you are writing it in short. The most powerful speeches are done in few words, not for 2 hours. If I am coming here and telling you, just for 5 seconds I am telling you, this is the limit and I am going. Actually, this is something that will be strike her mind. But if I am telling here, standing here for 2 hours and telling that you have done something very wrong to me, then the essence will be lost. The same thing here only. So you have to cut short the sentence, and also this slide I will share with you. Don't worry. Okay. See, when you are writing, you should avoid this sentence sprawl. Sentence sprawl means when you are reading it, you should not read that fatigue. You should not look for the end of the sentence. So here, see. At the end of the World War II, on the one hand, while capitalism was successfully championed by the nations in the North America and Europe, on the other hand, it was USSR that put communism at the forefront due to, see, how many times I took my breath again. This is a wrong way. How you can write it? The same sentence. After World War II, while the North American and European nations championed capitalism, USSR put communism at the forefront. This same sentence, it can be written in three sentences. So, this way you should practice. Okay? Are you getting? And vocabulary. Important only, but use simple vocabulary. Never go for technical terms. How you can get those vocabularies? Reading non-fictions. And when you are getting new words from the Hindu or anything, you can take a note of it, but you should use it judiciously. You should not think that in the essay paper, when it is coming to you, you should not think that I have learned a lot of 100 or 1000 new words this year, so I will use everything on the paper. No, as per the context. Okay, and you can use a dictionary also. Okay, but basic English, basic grammar, you should be clear. I will help you for that, don't worry. Okay, and subheadings and reading drafts. See, whenever you are preparing a topic, okay, not for the essay, you should know what all subtopics I can give for this particular topic. This is the other important aspect. And reading drafts. Whenever you are practicing essay, first you should draw a blueprint. There will be a page left out. So there in the question paper itself, you can, okay, intro will be this. This all points I will clear. This all dimensions I will clear. In this way, you have to arrange a draft for every essay. Okay, this is the other point. And subheadings. See, if you are studying about globalization, you think that if the same topic is coming in essay in some other way, what all are the dimensions? Those dimensions will be the subpoints, subheads. And what you should avoid in essay. Very important. The first thing, it should be balanced content. It should not be a balanced content. Sorry, it's not should avoid. It's actually the opposite. Okay. The content should not be very peak to some opinion. It should be balanced. Because again, UPSC is recruiting you to the administrator. There UPSC never wants you to be a person who is taking the extreme stance. So whatever the topic, take a balanced approach. First thing. Second thing, stick to the topic. I have already told you. Third thing, topic selection. See, you will be having 2 sessions now. You have to take one topic from each. Be very vigilant. If you are actually misunderstanding the topic itself, you are writing 5 pages or 6 pages, then only later you came to know that it was not the topic in that aspirants, which was that aspirants only, na? He is telling. So the same thing will happen. It happened only. Because on that pressure, you will read and understand that topic as something else. So reading the topic and understanding the topic, you can take 2 to 3 minutes, no problem. You should exactly understand what is the essence of the topic. Otherwise, see, it's not the GS answer. GS answer still you can cut it or you can do whatever you want. But here it will not happen. Okay. After 5 pages, if you are realizing the topic is wrong, then the time is gone. Okay. So this is the other thing. Stick to the topic. Understand the technical terms. You can use some technical terms. Make sure that it is explained. It is explained in the next sentence. Okay? So these are the things that should be avoided. And moderate opinions. You should be in the balanced opinion. You should not be in a extremist opinion. And no ranting. That is, present both the positives and negative sides of a topic. Even though the topic may feel like a negative connotation, but your essay should not only address that part. You should at least, if the subject is in negative connotation, 70 or 60% you can, okay. But it should not look like a complete negative. Okay? So address both the sides. And time management, that you can only get by writing only. Okay? And how to do the transition between paragraph. The other important aspect. Transition means you are writing one paragraph. The examiner should be interested to go through the further paragraphs. For that, you have to do some tricks. The first one is that link the sentence. How you can link it? You give some hint towards the next topic, the next paragraph. Then only the continuity will be there. How to do it? Example. Further, we must be mindful of the fact that artificial intelligence poses a major challenge not just economically but also ethically. Now, see, I am reading this sentence. I know that I have already spoken about it is impacting ethically also. So I know the next paragraph will be related to this only. This is how that connectivity flows. Okay. The other way is conclude a paragraph with a question. Like you are writing something. So the next paragraph I am going to write about, here only the same example. Ethical consequences of artificial intelligence. So the paragraph I can end like this. I can end like, is the artificial intelligence really sacrificing the ethical side is the question of the hour, or any kind of question you can bring in the last part, so that the answer of that question, the examiner will expect the answer of that question is going to be addressed in the next paragraph. So the link is there. It should not look like two separate poles. Got the idea? And the third thing, signaling shift. Start the next paragraph with words that indicate a change in subtopic. Like even when you're starting the next topic, you in the new paragraph, you can give some link to the above discussed context. Just a link. I'm not telling to repeat the sentence. Then again, it will be a problem. You are getting? Then how to write good intro? Okay. First one, you can start with a story, like you did. The second one, a real life anecdote. Another one, you can start with quoting any of the famous personalities' words. And simple definition, but it is not recommended for essay. In extreme cases, you can use that, but it is most helpful in GS. But in essay also, you can use it if the topic is that much technical. But here, story is a good thing. You can start with the story. You can start with a real life example. Then you can start with the quotes. Okay? Intro. I'm talking about the intro. The next part, how to write an essay. Introduction should look like something humane. It should not look like very technical. Okay? So, avoid definitional approach. This approach you can completely avoid in essay. In essays, as they lack a human element. Like if you are writing the introduction of some topic, like a definition, then it will never look like human. Na? It is a very technical, very boring. Because I'm writing, for example, if the question is regarding heat waves and impact on women. Okay. But I am writing something, the definition of heat wave. Then it is looking like very boring. Instead, I am writing in little bit, making it literally sound. Like I am writing about the contribution of women, some quotes. Okay, then it will be good. You are getting? Then, okay. So this is the saying how to write good introduction. So you can bring examples also in the intro. How? The destiny of a nation is shaped in its classroom. If this is the topic, the introduction, you can bring examples to justify this particular topic. That way also your intro will look good. And if it is for regarding, these all are the example. If it is social media, it is regarding social media. And in the introduction, if you are using the example way of putting the introduction, you can bring the example how social media have helped us during many climatic adversities, like Chennai floods. So this is the few ways that you can make with regard to the introductions. Okay. Stories, anecdotes, quotes, and note making. Note making, very important. I told you, whichever topic you are getting, you are reading through the newspaper, you imagine that you may get a question in essay. Okay. And you try to make ready-made intros, conclusions in your note. Okay. You will not get that direct question. Okay. And what you can do, you can add some real life examples also to it. Then it will look more good. Okay. For example, the same topic, heat wave and its impact on women. Okay, I expect that some question may come. Okay, and see, then I have to make a note for essay which will have some kind of introduction or some story, ready-made things, so that as per the demand of the question it may change, but I can give some kind of, I can save some time. Are you getting the idea? Got it, na? So this is how intro. And main content. Now intro is over. You got to know how intro must be developed. Now it is regarding the main content. How you should go with the main content. For main content, looking at the topic of the essay, it may vary. Sometimes it is very historical or temporal kind of thing. There you can use the past, present and future kind of essay. You are writing the past, then you are writing but it depends on the topics. Now you are writing the past, then you are writing the present, then you are writing the future. The other topic is sectoral. It may come from media, science, or this can be called as dimensions also. Like whenever we are getting a topic, you should think from the science and tech perspective, business perspective, sports perspective, every dimensions you should think upon. And also, if there is some other topic which can be thought from the individual perspective, like example, something called mobile addiction. Then you should think from all this perspective. How it is impacting family, how it is impacting professional life, how it is impacting workplace, how it is impacting society. So this dimension should be there in your content. The next thing is a problem and solution. If I say a topic is addressing the problem, their style is different. Then what you have to do? You have to bring the history of that problem You have to bring the geography of the problem. You have to bring the societal perspective of the problem. So these dimensions, it may take some time for you, but the content, see this 1000 to 1200 words. So the content you have to make it enrich with the relevant content. Okay. And the next thing, how to substantiate your argument. See, in one paragraph, we will have an argument, right? You have to substantiate it. How you can substantiate it? You can substantiate it using an argument, see, real life examples, cite some statistics, data or report, or even you can bring some judgment or some committee or organizational report. Wherever, see, it is not, it should not look like an vague essay where you are putting some beating around the bush kind of thing. You should argue. If you are arguing something, try to substantiate it. For substantiation, these examples, statistics will help you. Okay, and also, see, for the example is, if you are arguing capital punishment is costly, then you have to put some recommendations or committee reports of law commission or anything with regard to capital punishment, and you have to prove that. If you are putting an argument, the idea is that you have to prove that. Okay, but it depends on the topics, because every topic, all these things will not work. Intro and conclusion same. Intro and conclusion will be same. But for the body part, it depends on the topics. Okay. But this is the framework. You have to see which this topic can be wrote in which way. If it is related to history, which way you have to adapt to it. Okay. That you will get it while practicing only. Okay. So try to write more and more. And how to conclude your essay. This conclusion should be like yes answer. It should be very progressive. It should be way forward looking. And what you can include to capture. See, now you know which government is there. In the essay also, you know, V.D. Savarkar, the thinkers, the right thinkers, whom the Modi and the current government have propagated many times. Those personalities you can bring in your essay, that will give you more mark. Conservative person, not every person. That you can get from Modi's and our president's speeches. Okay, this is one good thing you can use in interview also. So you understand this ideology of the government, which all persons are there, and if the government have not the party people, they are telling, not the you can quote our PMs and presidents thing. That is other thing. Apart from that, you see V.D. Savarkar, they are actually propagating. Then try to understand his vision and try to use his some quotes in wherever you can. That will be something will give you mark. Okay. See, this famous personality speech, PM Modi's president speech, normally on the eve of the Republic Day. You know, president come, even Modi also, he will deliver a speech. So what were the important quotes that he have given? Because that speech will contain a lot of dimensions with regard to the problems of the country, with regard to the future prospects of the country. So you can make a note of it and you can use it in the essay. So it will look good. You are writing an essay, evaluator is looking, you are UPSC aspirant, you are going to be the collector, you are going to work under the central government, and you are beautifully writing the observations of the Prime Minister as something very visionary. So that will actually give him the impression. Okay? So this way you can conclude it. It should be optimistic and it should be in 3 to 4 sentences, not beyond that. Okay? So this is the session which I would like to give you. I have covered almost everything from intro, conclusion, what are the things you should not do in an essay, what are the importance of language, how it should be comprehended, the importance of understanding the examiner's mindset, everything we have covered in this.